monster on defense. David, thank you. About this time of the year, we hear early talk about end-of-the-season awards. When you're thinking about who you'd vote for MVP or whatever, Doris, when do you start giving consideration to those topics?
You know what's fascinating, Kevin, is where all the major awards are considered, particularly the MVP, it feels like there's a narrative that develops back when the season starts. The key as a voter, I think, is to sort of eliminate the noise, look at the numbers, consider the success of teams, and make your decision from there. You've got to make sure you're really doing your research.
And sometimes, am I right, it comes down to the final couple days of the regular season before a voter like yourself knows for sure.
Kev, I have cast my MVP ballot on the last possible day in each of the last 3 years.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the small forward. And for the Pelicans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots, and it's Ingram in at the small forward. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D, and the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. Pelicans on D. Gallinari, the bounce pass. 6 to shoot. Here's Dort. He's covered by Ingram. Dort misses. For Oklahoma City, their last game was a loss to the San Antonio Spurs. Holiday, the pass to Ball. He dishes it to Ingram. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
The determination of Ingram is simply awesome. I mean, maintaining control on the drive despite the obvious contact.
Now here's Paul, coming off 31 points last game. And Adams kicks to Paul. The 3, cans it from downtown.
And Paul has a beautiful stroke from deep. A gifted shooter who drains perimeter shots with consistency.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Here's Ingram. Dishes it to Favors. 6 on the shot clock. From deep.
Well, you have to love the intensity with which Steven Adams plays, always giving his best to throw shooters off.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Paul. There's the pass to Adams. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And any discussion about CP3 has to start with his hands. The dribble moves, all the steals he gets, he uses his hands better than just about anybody.
And that one falls for Paul. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Now here's Williamson. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. To the paint. And the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
So here's Gallinari. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. Good on the bucket.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Of course, Adams a terrific player on the floor, but you know what? He's a great teammate as well. They always talk about the great chemistry he brings to the Thunder.
And anyone who's had a conversation with Steven Adams knows he is quite a character. This guy is so easygoing. He's fun. I think he brings a great vibe to the locker room.
And Adams, no good on that one.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Knocked away. Here's Holiday. Great touch on the 16-footer. And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Ball against ball. The Thunder pull it in. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Listen, Greg, I don't fault the effort. That was there all night. It was the quality of play that was lacking. There was not a ton of cohesion. They've got to figure it out.
And it's Adams on the follow.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Pass the ball. He kicks it to Williamson. Holiday, no one around him. Good on the three-point shot. Holiday's got 5 points so far.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision-making.
Ball looking over the floor. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Hayes is checked in. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 17 points in his last outing. And here is Ball. Shoots the three. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first two shots tonight. Dort passes to Paul. Top of the key, Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Fires the three. Dort misses. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They trail by 7. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
Yeah, some of their starters had to take an early seat on the bench, and that ruined the rhythm and flow they were trying to establish.
Now here's Paul. Derek Favors unable to get his shot to go. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The Thunder leading by 4. Pass to Adams. Kicks it out to Paul. Over Ball. Dort. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now here is Holiday. He really was a guy also who stepped up in that win against the Blazers. Pass to Hayes. The Thunder pull it in. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Ball against Ball. The shot's good from Paul. And it's an 8-point Oklahoma City lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Ball, the bounce pass. Hayes with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Paul. Gallinari outside. Over in the corner, Paul. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A 3-pointer, no good. Pelicans trail by 8. And there's the pass to Ball. Outside Holiday. Back to Ball. Poked loose. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
Here's Ferguson. Pass to Adams. Over Hayes. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Here's Hart. A 17-point game for him in the win against Portland. And here's Holiday. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Holiday's got 7 points. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Schroeder looking over the floor to the wing right side. A baseline J. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. 5 points in the game.
We are talking about a very solid passer at his position. Schroeder identifying an open teammate.
Hart kicks to Reddick. New Orleans moving it around. Passes it to Hart. Fires from deep. And it's Noel with the rebound. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 5 from 3-point land here in the first quarter. Schroeder outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocked loose. Taken away by Holiday. And now the Pelicans on the break. Okafor is checked in for New Orleans. And then for Oklahoma City, Muscala comes in for Steven Adams, and Diallo subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Okafor, the pass to Hart. Schroeder against Holiday. With the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Now here's Noel. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. To the inside. The shot, no good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Inside, Okafor. And then Okafor slams it in.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Schroeder kicks to Muscala. And the pass to Noel. Here's Schroeder. Over Holiday. And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by Noel. And the Thunder lead by 6.
That's about all you can do on the defensive end. Schroeder making a hard shot look easy.
51 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Holiday. No good on the shot.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Holiday against Schroeder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. In the corner, it's Diallo. lays it up off the glass. And now an 8-point Oklahoma City lead.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Poked away. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touch by Schroeder. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now Holiday. It's Redick on the wing. From the arc. No good that time. Steven Adams has been leading the charge for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Back right after this. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game for sure, talks about his knack for making a lot of steals, forcing turnovers.
The steals thing is just something that I've always had a knack for doing, and just I think.
Well, you hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits. What they like to do gives them a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So the Pelican 5 right now. Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. Then there's Jahlil Okafor, and it's Hart in at the 3, the small forward. The Thunder leading by 8. Now here's Diallo. The drive by Schroeder. Great D that time from Redick. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans.
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, Nicolo Melly, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans, and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court.
Holiday gets the bucket.
A fundamentally sound player. Gotta like how well Redick works the rock around the floor.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Ferguson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 2 on the clock. Launches a 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Really left alone that time. 11 points for Jrue Holiday.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Noel. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Williamson is checked in for the Pelicans. Lonzo Ball comes in for Jrue Holiday. Pelicans on D. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. 6 to shoot. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
3rd foul of the half, and that's the risk you take leaving him out there.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Diallo inside. Covered by Redick. And Okafor with the block. Paul with a wide open look. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
This guy not just a jump shooter now. Dennis Schroeder more than happy to get inside and mix it up.
Now here's Okafor. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And stolen by Diallo. Out to the right wing. And the Thunder another 3.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the three at almost 60% for the game.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Redick for three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his third assist on the night. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Diallo the pass to Noel. Nobody near Schroeder. And the Thunder another three.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
Here's Redick. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Redick's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A phenomenal score from these mid-range spots. Redick superb at finding room to get that one off.
Now here is Muscala. Defense is right there. Over Williamson. Again, Oklahoma City. Pelicans trail by 12. Ball, the pass to Hart. That's tipped. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
And so he makes both from the line. Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, 2 guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are 2 of the most complete, dominant, two-way big men in today's game.
Now here's Hayes. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Hart.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Paul with the 3, drains the three-pointer. Paul's got 10 points in the game.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Thunder. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Here's Ferguson. He's covered by Ingram. Ferguson kicks it over to Schroeder. Just 4 to shoot. Over Hart. Offensive rebound.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Ingram right side. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Helps teams if they can keep the rights to their best player. We see it in other leagues. Could the franchise tag ever make its way, do you think, to the NBA?
Well, this is going to be a negotiation point between the Players Association and the league itself. And the reality is it's going to have to be negotiated. What we know unequivocally, Kevin, is that these players now in the player empowerment era have more control about what franchise they play for and how long the duration of their contract is. How this all shakes out remains to be seen, but it is a point of conversation amongst the 30 NBA teams and the league leadership. There's no question about it. To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
Williamson with it. His scoring numbers are pretty strong. He's up there at 21 points a game on average.
Oof, ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
And here are the Pelicans now, following the shot by Chris Paul. And that one's good. Ingram.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
The Thunder leading by 10. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. Derek Favors checked in for Williamson. Paul against Ball. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Baseline try. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Hart the pass to Ball. Gallinari with the steal. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. From down in the low post, it goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 12 now for the Thunder. Ball feeling it out a bit. Kept alive. Here's Hayes. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Hayes has got his first 2 points. Ball against Paul. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Down low, Ingram. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Here's Dort. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Paul. He drains the turnaround jump shot. Paul's got 12 in the game.
And guys, when Paul kicks it up a notch, it's thrilling to watch. Always in attack mode. Great at looking for his shot and making the D pay.
Now here's Favors. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Just 5 on the clock. Gallinari with the steal. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Oklahoma City shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
And that one misses.
Well, the Thunder begin on the defensive end of the floor. This is a team whose formula is to force a ton of turnovers, come up with steals, get out in transition. Last year, 4th in the league in defensive rating.
Drew Holiday. He's checked in for Lonzo Ball. And the second free throw, good. And for the Thunder defense, Doris, it starts with their rebounding.
Well, you have to begin with their strong interior defense. That lets their wings get out and pressure and take some chances. Defense has turned into a pillar for this team. I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Here's Hart. Kicks to Favors. Six on the shot clock. Steps back and fires. Hart, no good. And it's Paul with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. Passes it to Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got 10.
Many players will tell you Steven Adams is the strongest guy in the NBA. Boy, tough to corral when he's looking to score.
Here's Hart. He has 5. If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless, but who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. This is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now here's Paul. 12 points for him. Lets it go with a three. It's off target. He's 4 of 9 from the field. On the wing, Holiday. Ingram outside. Favors at the elbow. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
I'll tell you, solid concentration from the big man. Derek Favors fights through the contact thanks to all of that strength in his upper body.
And one of the best defensive big men in the league, Derek Favors.
You're right, Kevin, because he's got the body to play bully ball, but the lateral quickness to deal with smaller players. When this guy gets down in his stance, he can cover some ground defensively.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Pelicans.
I think, Kevin, most people would say Derek Favors a throwback big man, right? The guy wants to be effective at posting up, but he can shoot the face-up jump shot as well.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 8. Left side, Adams. Here's the teardrop. Favors with the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
It's Redick on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Holiday with the 3. It's rebounded by Paul.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Pass to Adams. Shoots over Ingram. Adams' shot is off. Pelicans trail by 10. To the inside. Favors. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And here's Holiday. 11 points in the game. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Billy, balanced scoring for your team. How pleased are you with the way they're keeping everybody involved offensively?
Well, those guys.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Right out of the gates, it was Oklahoma City setting the tone. An exceptional game plan helped them open with a 12-4 run. After one, they held an 8-point advantage. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket. Just shoot the high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, the more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
Kenny, let's get your opinion on New Orleans.
Percentage-wise, they were in the low 30s. That's right, low 30s from beyond the arc. That won't get it done. Every team in the league now relies on some level of consistent production from the three-point line. But if you dug yourself a hole and you aren't a three-point shooting team, that needs to change.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul, and it's Dort in at the three slot. And here now the Thunder. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. A step back shot here. Paul gets a hand on it.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Williamson.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
That's a 2 from Paul, and Derek Favors pulls it down. Favors has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him. Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
The shot's good from Paul.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
It's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12.
And love how Paul seeks out his teammates. Superb at slicing the D to pieces with his passing.
Ball against Paul. Ball kicks to Williamson. Got a piece of it. Gallinari with the steal. Paul outside. That 3 off the mark. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. It's a 13-point game. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. And it's Ingram missing. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. This one for 3. Paul's shot is off.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's Paul. The Pelicans make their last shot. Down low, Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Steven Adams will leave no doubt when he's near the cup.
Pelicans trail by 13. Here's Ball. No good there. Some solid D from Paul. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City moving it around. Inside. Here's Adams. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists in the game.
Playing in a crowd is nothing unfamiliar to Steven Adams. In fact, I think he enjoys it.
Now, here's Ball. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Favors passes to Holiday. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Holiday against Paul. Over Holiday, and again it's Oklahoma City.
Yeah, what you like about Paul in the pick and roll, not just excellent timing with the pass, but the placement. It's always where it needs to be for the finish.
Now here's Williamson over Gallinari. A putback, and there's Favors putting it right back in. Favors got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the blockout, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Holiday with the three. Thunder with the rebound. Gallinari's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Diallo kicks it over to Schroeder. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. New Orleans making a switch here. Hart's checked in. Bounce pass from Diallo.
Kick it out, kick it out.
From deep. Pelicans pull it in. Favors has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Hart. He's guarded by Schroeder. Holiday left side. Can't hit from in close.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Now, here is Gallinari. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. 4 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Favors.
I think you want to see more of this from Derek Favors. You love to see him be aggressive and try to send shots back.
Some changes for New Orleans. Hayes comes in for Derek Favors. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Brandon Ingram. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Noel's checked in. To the paint and stolen by Noel.
What outstanding defensive anticipation and a poor decision passing.
Schroeder passes to Muscala. Ball's knocked loose. Schroeder against Holiday. It's Schroeder with the drive. The shot off that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Here's Hart. He has 7. Pass to Hayes. Shoots over Schroeder. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Dennis Schroeder. The Pelicans haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. The Thunder leading by 17. Right wing. Now here's Diallo, covered by Redick. Diallo, no good. New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Tipped away. It's stolen by Schroeder. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. The Pelicans have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a sixth-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Pelicans making a change here. Schroeder against Holiday from 10 feet out, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Doris, even though Schroeder changed roles when he was traded from Atlanta to the Thunder, he has embraced his new team.
A lot of people wondered, would Schroeder be willing to go to the bench and accept that role? He proved he was more than capable. And no longer having to act as a leader on a team, I think for Schroeder, he just enjoys going out and competing on a team with high aspirations. It's been a good fit.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
You know, I think one of the important things for Dennis Schroeder is to keep trying to become more and more efficient. Let his offense come naturally and improve as a distributor.
Schroeder hits them both. Now Redick, 5 points in the game. Passes it to Hayes. Holiday with the 3. The Thunder pull it in. Here's Diallo. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
What's up?
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for New Orleans, trailing by 19. Fires the 3, and it's Noel with the rebound.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Now here's Noel. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Holiday with the block. Outside, Redick. Pass to Hart. Schroeder against Redick. Back to Hart. From downtown, drills the three-pointer. Hart's got 10 points.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Now here's Noel. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Ferguson for 3. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Holiday with the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Holiday's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Pelicans. Schroeder dishes to Noel. This is a good chance here to look at the teams with the most second chance points of the season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. The Pelicans' fourth.
You know what? Sometimes their missed shots are their best offense. I mean, they attack the glass relentlessly, and those extra possessions can determine the outcome on a lot of nights.
2 shots.
That's good from Noel.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
All free throws good from Noel.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Holiday, the pass to Reddick. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Hart. And another 3 for New Orleans.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the trip.
The Thunder leading by 12. Schroeder with the ball. He's got 9. The pass to Muscala. To the inside. Here's Noel. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Noel's got 4 this quarter.
How about that show of strength from Nerlens Noel? No fear in how he attacks the defense on these shots.
Here's Holiday. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Schroeder against Holiday. Bounce pass, Schroeder. Pass to Ferguson. 5 on the clock. From deep 3-point range, and the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's foul number 2 for him. Williamson is checked in for New Orleans. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Paul comes in for Diallo. Pelicans trail by 12. Reddick surveying the D. Outside Holiday. And here's Reddick. He has 5. Double team on Holiday. Passes it to Melly. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Ball's checked in for Drew Holiday. Here's Ball. There's 48 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, and it's Williamson missing.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Ball, the pass to Williamson. Here's Hart. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. Ball no good. Here's Paul. 17 points in the game. Jacks up a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Paul's got 8 points in the quarter. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Back to the action after this word. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
And to me, Jay, you love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. At the forward slots, Ingram and Melly. Their backcourt, Ball and Reddick. And it's Williamson in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
Capable of doing some real damage. Give Williamson the rock in a spot like that, and he is going to burn you.
And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Favors is checked in. Gallinari, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Now here's Paul. Knocked loose. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good that time. Great D that time from Reddick. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
And I don't care what his size is. You cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Gallinari. And the rejection by Favors. They retain possession. 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Fades back. The Thunder with another miss.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
And it's Williamson missing.
Well, they get it to the high percentage area, and then it all goes wrong from there.
Here's Ingram. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ingram's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for New Orleans. Ball against Paul. Gallinari outside. Back to Paul. Plenty of space. Count that one. Paul's got 10 points here in the second half. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Outside, Reddick. Pass to Favors. The dish to Reddick. Ingram outside. Wide open look. And that one swishes right in.
And the speed of Ingram makes him a nightmare for defenses in pick and rolls, constantly keeping them guessing.
Gallinari outside. Lets it go from deep. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Down low. And a slam dunk by Favors.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that one had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
Got a hand on it.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander after J.J. Reddick hitting the 3. Ball against Paul. And here we go. Paul heading to the hoop. And just miss after miss right now.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Ball, the pass to Favors. And here we go. Now the pass to Gallinari. Here's Dort. He's covered by Ingram. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. He said, "I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys."
And the Pelicans with possession here. Following the score by Oklahoma City. He dishes it to Redick. Back to Ball. With the floater, and it's good on the way in.
And this offensive explosion has narrowed the gap.
Ball against Paul. Clock at 6. Dishes to Gallinari. Pass to Dort from deep three-point range. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Pelicans with the possession. They're on a 15-4 run. Passes to Williamson. Back to Ingram. Shot clock at 5. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Paul kicks to Adams. Oklahoma City moving it around. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Adams right side. Just 5 to shoot. Knocked away.
He had played mistake-free basketball until that one. His first turnover of the night.
Ingram kicks to Ball. Now Williamson. Pass to Ingram. 6 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot to tie it up. And it's Williamson missing. Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Now here's Ingram. The pass to Ball. Williamson dishes to Ingram. Pass to Ball. Looking for Redick. He gets it there. To take the lead. They get it back. Williamson kicks to Redick. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Redick's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. But they get it back. And Gallinari kicks to Paul. To end the drought. Pelicans pull it in. Favors as New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. New Orleans making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Here's Williamson. Ball with it. Shot clock at 6. The teardrop falls in. Ball's got the lead up to 2 now for New Orleans.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Here's Dort and the rejection by Favors. And that one drops for him. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Now here is Holiday. Inside, Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Pass to Dort. Now here's Paul. A three. And that's collected by Drew Holiday. Pass the ball. Ingram finds ball. Ingram outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Love how Ingram toys with the opposition, drawing contact very easily on these kinds of attempts.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
Both free throws good for Ingram.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Here's Dort. He's covered by Ingram. Paul against Ball, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Paul. And so Paul nails both of them. And so it's New Orleans with it. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Ball, the pass to Holiday. And he banks in the layup. Holiday's got 23 points.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the dunk by Williamson.
Some young players tend to defer in big moments. Not Zion.
The pass to Adams. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Holiday. And Adams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. You can't hit that time. Good D by Holiday. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Favors can't get it to go.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Now here's Paul. Derek Favors unable to get his shot to go. And it's Gallinari missing.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
And that one drops.
Gotta respect how quickly Ball gets to the rack. I mean, if you give him the lane to the rim, he is going to exploit it quickly.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Dort. Passes it to Adams. 6 to shoot. Paul is doubled. To the middle. Here's Dort. Some solid defense from Ingram.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
And the dunk by Williamson.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They trail by 8. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Drew Holiday.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
A really solid performance here in front of the home crowd. He may not be the star of this team, but nights like this are what make him a fan favorite. Ball against Paul. The feed to Adams. Pass to Dort. It drops. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
And an intentional foul right there. And so they foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
I tell you what, it's scary when you think about how much room ball has to grow when you factor in how efficient he is already.
Well, you like when a guy calmly steps up, knocks down the free throws, exactly what you want.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Now the dish to Paul. Got it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 6. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
.23 seconds left in the fourth. Adams in the high post. Now here's Paul, guarded closely. Now the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the 3 off target. And they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Pass to Diallo. The tray. Cans the three. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Giroux, congrats on the win. Everything seemed to start working in the second half. What changed for you?
I think we just picked it up in the fourth quarter. I mean, they were kind of there the whole time, but in the fourth quarter, we really, rev it up.
Great to see you back on the court, Giroux. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.